Hi, I'm Carmen Geddes, and welcome to 10 Sisters TV. In today's video, we're going to be talking about jacket patterns. So this is part of our Quilted Jacket Series. If you are new to 10 Sisters TV or EasyPiecing Grid, please check out the links below. It'll take you to our website and actually link you up with a few other tutorial videos that are available. But I am really excited that we are talking about these quilted jackets. And so I just kind of want to we're talking about quilty jackets, right? Now we're seeing these all over at quilt shows and with our quilting groups and friends. And there's just everything that you can even imagine. Some people are just doing a fun DIY and upscaling a jacket that already exists, which is a really fun thing. We're actually going to have, there is a link to a video talking about that very thing just below this video. Sometimes when we are quilters, we are not necessarily garment sewers. And so this whole quilted jacket series that I am making for all of you is to give you some confidence in actually making a garment from a pattern. So today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about patterns. So I've got a few here in front of me now. I have been collecting patterns for way too many years, more years than I want to say. And as you can see, I am a fan of Quick Sew Patterns. These are a great pattern company. They do still exist. One of the things that I've really liked about Quick Sew Patterns is that you trace the pattern. This is how it was back when I first started. You can just kind of see on this pattern, there's different lines that you can trace for different sizes. And anyway, so we'll kind of talk about that when we kind of get into it. But one of the things that, especially if you are new to making a garment and you really want to do a quilted jacket, I'm going to suggest simplest is best. Because in our videos, I'm going to show you how to make the jacket longer if you want to put a little inset, and so how to alter patterns a little bit. Maybe we want to add a hood to our jacket or a zipper. So we're going to talk about lots of these little tips in this Quilted Jacket series. And so when you are looking at jacket patterns, what I'm going to suggest to you first, because I think a lot of times, at least when I started sewing especially, I would look at the picture on the pattern and I think, well, this is exactly what my jacket is going to look like. And I don't really like it, or, oh, I love it. And so what I want to sort of steer you towards is just looking at the bare bones. If you can kind of think of, like when you're building a house, and we're going to look at the actual bare bones of this house, and we're going to move some walls around, or we're going to change some things. Well, this is kind of the same thing on a pattern. So I want you to look at bare bones, and I will show you a couple of jacket patterns that kind of, to me, are going to be a really nice basic jacket to start with. And it doesn't necessarily mean you need to find this pattern or this pattern. Now, I will say this Grainline Studio, I have a lot of their patterns. They are really well done patterns. This is, at least as the filming of this video, this is currently available, where a lot of my other patterns might be out of print. But that's okay, because we're going to look at the bare bones of this jacket and figure out the pattern pieces that we're going to be cutting out. So in this is the Tamarack jacket. This is a really nice basic jacket. And what I want to show is I pulled out the inside instructions for this jacket. And what I want you to notice, we'll see if we can get this kind of centered. What I really want you to notice is that this jacket consists of basically a front, a back, and a sleeve. Now, there are some pockets. This one actually has what is called a welt pocket, which is, to me, this is a little bit more of, an intermediate or advanced sewing. And so what I like about when you're looking at the bare bones of a pattern is you can say to yourself, well, I'd like a pocket, but I don't know if I'm ready to construct a welt pocket. Maybe I'm just going to do a patch pocket, just do a patch pocket on it. And so you can use the same pattern, or we can talk about making up a pattern. But I just kind of want you to look at the bare bones. So front, back, and sleeve. That is basically what you were looking for. So when if you go through some of your patterns you might have, or if you're going to go shop for patterns, then what I want you to look for is a front, a back, and a sleeve. Now, if the jacket pattern happens to have a collar on it, like this pattern has got like a stand-up collar, or that can lay flat, and you say, well, I don't really want that, I just want a round, just a round necked jacket. That's okay, because you're going by the bare bones of this. You can eliminate a collar, or you can add a hood or a collar. So anyway, I don't want to get too scary on that. And so if it happens to be a really long jacket or a short jacket, don't let that scare you too much, because those things can be adjusted. So my suggestion when you're looking for a jacket pattern is front, back, and sleeve. Now, another great jacket pattern would be one like this. Now, this is definitely an older pattern, and as you can see, I've had it for a long time. And this pattern has what is called a dolman sleeve. Now, I'm going to show you the instructions on this one too, because this shows the pattern pieces just a little bit better. And so a dolman sleeve is where the jacket and the sleeve are one continuous piece. Now, in our jacket series, we're going to actually be creating the fabric for the jacket on our EasyPiecing Grid. But a dolman type pattern would be a really good jacket pattern if you were actually going to cut up a quilt top or a finished quilt. Like if you were going to cut up a quilt that was already done and I'm going to make a jacket out of it, a dolman pattern is a really great choice because there is no seam. So it's actually going to show the most of your whole quilt in one continuous motion in your pattern. And so these are just a couple suggestions for two real simple jacket styles. And one is, like I said, we want to look for something with a front, a back, and a sleeve. If it has a pocket pattern, great. If it doesn't, and you want to add them, we'll go over that later. And then again, this dolman. The dolman style jacket is a great type of pattern when you want to cut up a whole quilt or quilt top, or just have something simpler. You're not going to have to sew in a sleeve. That is all included in the pattern piece. So I hope that will help you get started on getting your pattern ready. And like I said, the jacket series, the Quilted Jacket Series, I want you to think of this as a confidence builder. So even if you are a new quilter, don't get scared away. Stick with us on these videos, and I think you're going to have the confidence to make a really fun quilted jacket for yourself or anybody else. So we'll see you on the next video. Now, if you like our videos, please check the like button and subscribe. Down below is a link to 10sisters.com. That is my website where you're going to find lots of other tutorials and all sorts of great quilting things. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.